Sharks. My name is Jennifer.
My name is Gifford, and we're from Salem, Utah. We're the inventors of the Drainwig, and we're here seeking a $300,000 investment in exchange for 5% equity in our company.
Oh,
Wow.
boy.
Woo, Sharks. We have a problem.
We actually have 5 problems. We have 5 daughters.
Oh, man, you're dead.
We love our daughters. That is not the problem.
It is their hair.
They are professional drain cloggers.
Oh, Lord.
These 5 girls, all sharing one shower, equal to wet hairball nightmare. Sharks, let's be real. Cleaning the shower drain can be a major source of contention in the home because it is a dirty, disgusting job that nobody wants to do. Simply guide your Drainwig down the drain. It prevents the clogs that would normally get stuck in the pipe. After 2 to 4 months, it removes right through the drain cover without you ever having to touch the nasty hair.
It has a stainless steel chain with colorful rubber whiskers that trap the hair. We have 2 retail designs. The Drainwig for the shower has a cute flower cap, and the Drainwig for the bathtub anchors to the side of the tub with a suction cup, which allows you to use your stopper as usual. Thank you, Sharks. Our daughters will now give each of you samples of the Drainwig.
Wow. All right. So that is a pretty interesting solution. Now, there was the oh man. Oh, what is that? The one that you wipe your hand on. And I did a review of it, and I didn't particularly care for it. The hairy grabster. Anyway, there's that. To me the sticker, I think you get like 20 stickers for basically just like a mesh that you put over your drain. If you have like just a normal style drain, not like one of those stopper ones. But I don't know if normal is the right word, but I think it's neat. They got the price right. They got some sales. I definitely think that they're probably not going to get the give up the 5% that they're looking for, which if I had to guess, if they own 100% is because they have 5 daughters and they want to make sure that they protect each of their percentages going into the future, which, hey, that makes sense. Now, whether or not, like, you got to have a lot of sales to justify that, though, that 300,000 or $6 million valuation. I think, pretty sure. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. I sometimes I get these wrong because I do these live. Anyway, and it's also 4:00 in the morning at the moment. So anyway, this is a great solution as long as the price isn't crazy. And is it? I guess my question is it reusable? Could you clean it off and then reuse it without having to buy another one and put that one in the trash?
In a previous life that you got 5 daughters.
I don't know. It was destiny. I get for sure destiny.
Hi, thank you.
Citizen Glory.
Thank you very much.
Have a softball
you.
team there.
Good job up there.
How did you come up with this idea?
So what happened was this invention was a complete accident, okay? So we're weirdos. We floss and brush our teeth in the shower. And one day, I looked down in the drain, and there was something brown, and it was moving, and I was like, Gifford, there's a gopher in the drain. And kid you not, he pulled this cover off, and on the end of it was this long piece of dental floss, and on the end of it was this massive wad of hair.
We were solving our problem, and we were like, hey, wait a second. We could make a product out of this.
What are you making it for, and what are you selling it for?
It's being made for about $1.20 for the double pack.
What does the double pack go for?
Double pack goes for $9.99.
Margins are excellent.
There you
Where is this
go.
available right now?
Well, it's available.
All the big box stores.
Walmart,
Bed Bath.
Bed Bath.
It's everywhere.
You're
Walgreens.
well distributed.
Yes.
We
Yes.
are.
Just give me the numbers.
Okay, we've sold 14.2 million in
Woo!
retail.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Was this an infomercial?
Yes.
Yes.
If you're everywhere and you're really doing great, why are
Are
you
you
here?
here? Yep.
We are so
thought
glad you
never
asked that
asked.
question. We went to trade shows, okay? We didn't know anything about this industry. And so one day I came home from a trade show. A couple days later, I got a phone call from an infomercial company.
Did you do a deal with them?
We did a deal with them. We started selling. They said, we're going to pass you on to the largest infomercial company in America. We've been in our agreement for 3 years.
We've been issued $800,000 in royalty payments.
That in aggregate.
3 years.
So is it a license deal that you had for 3 years with this company?
Yes.
We're in our 3rd year.
And does that run up?
We gave them 5 years.
We've been splitting it, and our deal with them ends in March. But if we renegotiate, it would end immediately.
What I want
Okay, so the Santa's magic mailbox, I think that's the name of it. They had a similar type of situation. You know, they had a product that they created and they wanted to get distribution, so they went and made that happen. And then that contract was coming to an end, and it's time for them to take over the product or keep going. And look, when you see $14.2 million in sales, and you're like, wow, we're definitely making some healthy profit there, and we're only taking home $800,000 of that. I don't know how much they've had to be involved in the process, because there's a lot to be said for marketing and those conversations and those relationships and all that. But I don't know if at the end of the day, if 800,000 is enough to justify the invention, and they have a window to an out here. So I guess my thought as one of the sharks would be like, what relationships are we able to salvage if you don't keep with that company? Because is it selling well enough that they're going to continue to reorder and reorder? And does Jennifer and Gifford have the ability to make it on their own, to make the product on their own, right? Because that's another thing. Like, is that company also taking on all the risk of all the manufacturing, everything, and you're getting an $800,000 check? I mean, to me, it sounds like it could be sell. I mean, this is from season 9, so it's a couple seasons back. But it sounds to me like it could be doing so much more business, or should be doing so much more business. But you got to sell a lot of $10 items to get to $14.2 million. So you got to see how it all breaks down, and maybe they'll ask the question of, what have you sold in the last year, last 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, and go from there.
What I want to know is, does anybody else have equity?
We own everything.
We had an angel round investor. We paid them back with the royalty. We paid them back $300,000, and so they're out.
You told me that you've done $14.2 million in sales as a product that was done by an infomercial company for you.
Yes.
Of that, during the same period, you collected $800,000, which is around 5.4%.
Right.
The reason you're here on the carpet at Shark Tank is you want to get the lion's share of this now, and you need a partner.
You're in a bad deal. That's really what this comes down to.
Thank you. Do you know what it feels like to walk into Walmart? I walk into Walmart and I see my product, and I haven't seen a dime. We have taken all that money, because we take half of it, and paid to the first infomercial that brought us, and we give half of it to them.
Our goal is to take this product, form a company, and take it to the market and start making the money
So
ourselves.
you want my $300,000 to actually create a company with hire people, get warehouse space, get
warehouse,
into logistics.
manufacturing, logistics.
The motivation is clear now. You want to take control of your product.
Yes.
Got it,
Yes.
right? That's why you're here.
How are you going to execute on that? That's what I'm not sure about.
Right.
So we need your help and resources.
That's a problem. Look, I don't want to make an investment and then have to reinvent your business for you. I'm out.
I would argue that you're not reinventing anything. You are creating everything from scratch, because right now the business doesn't really exist past like a paper company. I mean, not getting much of that money definitely stinks. But there's so many, like, what's your background, right? Is your background, have you operated a business before? Been at the top of operating a business before? At manufacturing, if you don't have the same relationship with the manufacturer that you have that's making it now, and at the same price, like, it might not be 60 cents per Drainwig, $1.20 for a 2-pack, right? this might become a pretty big issue for you down the road here, because tooling. If do you have the mold for the little flower at the top, right, or the anchor at the top? Those, that molds can be like $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 right there, right? So, which is not a lot. And when we're talking about taking $300,000 and let's go hire some employees like that, depending on, if you don't use that money very, very, very carefully, it'll slip away real fast, and you'll be going back to the well for more. And if you don't have the relationships with the big box stores that you're in now, and they'd say, well, we were only carrying this kind of as a favor to, doing some backdoor favors, like, because business is all about relationships. You might not have that space on the shelf anymore, and now you got a problem. I also don't think I heard them mention anything about a patent, which is, if they don't, that's an even bigger problem, because they, now that, especially now it's been on Shark Tank, and you say, oh yeah, wow, 14.2, like I could go to my people and get this made for like 30 cents or 20 cents and sell it for like $6.99 or $7.99, and now all of a sudden we're stealing sales away with basically the same product.
I look at this and say to myself, okay, I give you $300,000 and start the journey with you. 5% doesn't even get me up in the morning.
Not worth it.
So I got to get some skin in the game here. I would do this deal for 20%.
Is that, oh, okay,
For
it's
me,
an offer.
that makes sense. And I'd be willing to do that right now and go through all of the headaches that we're going to have, because I'm not sure these guys are going to roll over and say, take the product away from us. I was going to make $4 million on it. I'm okay with that. You're going to need a really nasty friend, and I happen to be that person.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Listen,
Well, that is true. Yeah, they're probably going to try to sweeten the pot and coax them into not walking away from their deal. I mean that's an offer. That's not terrible. Because there's going to be a lot of work involved, and probably a lot more money involved as well.
as an entrepreneur, like when I first started, I had a really big company call me. They took me to dinner. They acted like they wanted to buy me. And then a month later, they launched an $8 million ad campaign with a girl who looked exactly like me wearing a knockoff product of Spanx. So all the sweat equity you guys are putting into it, I can't imagine how I would feel if I knew that most of all that sweat equity was having to go to somebody else. I own 100% of my company. I think you can keep doing it on your own. And for that reason, I'm out.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
5% is not going to get me up in the morning, but I like the product.
It's gonna say 25.
$300,000 for 20%.
Oh.
That
Okay.
sounds familiar.
And that's exactly what his offer was.
Right.
I'm going to give you an offer for $300,000, but for 25%.
Oh, there we go.
Lord.
Ouch.
Keeps on getting worse, not better, doesn't
It's
it?
higher.
That's much worse.
It's higher because retail and infomercial is my sweet spot. It's an
Yeah.
enormous job.
She's going to be able to walk right in, Bed Bath. I mean, for what it's worth. I mean, look, Bed Bath & Beyond is definitely had some major suffers in recent times, but it's still a force, and she can get you right into that retail. She can get you right into that Home Depot spot, and not that the other ones couldn't, but yeah.
Would anybody be interested in doing a deal at $300,000 for 10%?
10%.
10%?
You're treating it like it's a new product in
Wait,
the market.
I don't think you heard what we said. We gave you the offers.
Oh gosh. That is such an awkward. I don't know if I've ever seen that before, where it's just silence, just silence. Nobody's looking to bite on that.
15% for $300,000.
You know the biggest complaint in hotels is clogged drains.
I'll be very honest. I actually like that. That is a
You know
great
what?
concept.
Yes, I'll do it.
Do it?
You have a deal.
Thank you very much.
Oh, we're gonna check out their website. in a second here.
Congratulations, guys. Good luck.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Bye.
You swooped in like a buzzard on
Yes,
a
I
wagon.
did.
You
I like this deal.
That was insane. That was crazy. That was intense.
Wow. Did you hear it?
When I go into that Walmart now I can walk in and say, that's ours. We got it here. And we worked our little tails off to get here. And we'll be able to see the fruits of our labor.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So let's check in on their website here. So as seen on Shark Tank, always love seeing that sprinkled in. Anybody that watches channels knows I like to see. Oh, here you go. It's on the second one. Looks like, is that made of metal? I think that I actually really like that, because that, if you're talking about putting it in hotels, it needs to be kind of inconspicuous. Though any kids that get into the bathtub might want to, grab at it and pull it out. Unless they have some other designs there. Let's see, Bed Bath and Beyond, Amazon, the Container Store. I mean, I feel like this could also be at like our, our local groceries, ShopRite or Acme. So I feel like there's definitely some space there. So it's $20, but it's metallic instead. So it is made of metal instead of the plastic ones that I guess they were making before. And they have them for a hidden design. So that hidden design, I guess you could use in the. I like that a lot, actually. The hidden one for the bathtubs. If you could get that into the hotels, that could be a huge business. Absolutely huge. Now I tried to find them on social media, but I did, but the thing was I didn't see their social media here on their website at all, which is was a little disappointing. So I went to Facebook, and it looks like the last time I posted on Facebook was 2020, and then 2019, 2018. You got Kevin O'Leary here talking about it here at Christmas time. And you got it over on Instagram, but only one post, and that post is from 146 weeks ago. But anyway, Jennifer Gifford, I would absolutely love to have you here on the show for an interview. Just drop a comment down below, like this one from Jason. It says, Joe, I think you mean YouTuber and business strategist Joe Pardo. Fire emoji. Well, thank you. That of all the comments that make me feel like I've made it, that is definitely one of them. I don't usually go and tell people I'm a YouTuber. I tell them I'm a business strategist and I have a YouTube channel. But I guess as we close in on 10,000 subscribers, I guess I am in that ballpark of being a YouTuber. Anyway, I appreciate you watching to the end. I'll see you in one of these two videos right here. Man, I'll put the hair grabster up here. Take care and go be super.